Hello, welcome to my Rat Swarm deck. Now this was a deck that I played pretty consistently like 6 months ago, back when Harmony was a thing, double Masquerade Ball, even into the beginning of Skellige's Warriors. And it was very successful at the time, and I was able to go on 20 game win streaks. So I would usually delete games or delete decks after a month or two and refresh with the current meta. But I always hung on to this one because of how successful it was at the time. And I was going through my decks, I saw this, I thought I would try 3 games just to see if it's consistent or even competitive in the current season. Now you see reverse swarm decks periodically come up. A lot of times they include Haunt, when Haunt is great to secure the first round. Now this deck requires that, or demands that you win the first round, because you have to have last say with Glusty to eat up all those rats. Now if you give your opponent last say, at that time, you are likely to get Yrden, or you'd get some sort of tall removal and possibly lose your Glusty. Or your Jotunn. Both are going to play really tall. At that time I played Yrden. Yrden was resetting all those procs that possibly the Harmony tags had already gotten before I filled the rows. And this was it. So I'm going to play 3 games. The way this deck works, obviously, is win the first round and thinning. Play Penitent, pull out Pugo, play your Wild Hunt Riders, play your Foglets, play your Yrden, even consume Yrden with Osriel, whatever it takes to win the first round. Third round, Operator into Noonwraith, and then use your where is it? Ritual Sacrifice to trigger all those, and then all those rats from the Noonwraiths, and then again consume your Noonwraiths to fill the board. And then that's basically it. But now in the current season, with opponents playing so many special cards, I'm thinking this is probably not going to work. So I'll play 3 games in casual. Who knows what I'll queue into. It might work. And I should mention that a deck like this is extremely draw dependent. If you don't draw access to your Noonwraiths, it's not going to work. If you don't draw your Glusty, if you don't draw your Jotunn, most cases if you don't draw the Yrden, it's just not going to work. So let's see how it goes. Have fun watching.
Pride is all we've left.
Alright, game 1. Dwarves. Now, Dwarves will be tricky to get ahead of in the first round to win. That's good, that's good. I don't need Jotunn, I have this. It'd be nice to get a Neuromancy. Consume. Good. Ask and you shall receive. Whispering Hillock. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's best here. Okay, with my Oneiromancy, I could draw my Penitent. That's a pretty tempting play here.
It's like a tempt fate if it passing day.
Okay. Well, let's do that with Oneiromancy. I'm saving my Whispering Hillock. Okay.
Good ways better under old King Desmond.
Okay, if I can get a decent pred dive if he uses this to boost this. But he's going to stack this row. Okay.
Oh, you've done it now.
Okay.
We'll put Mahakam boots to Imperial asses.
Okay, you got it, pal. Okay, so he has one card he could potentially play. He's going to probably want to get some carryover with his resilience units. If I play my Yrden, I might scare him away. Okay. So, let's see here. This will get a... Okay, I need to get one of my maidens in hand. Good. Now, if there's a push, that's going to be essential. But if there's a push, I'm going to lose my combo piece here. We'll see what the game plan is. If he goes big, I'll pred dive. I don't even need to. Well, could I pull this little fellow out? No, I want to make sure I get... Let's just play this. I'm happy with that. Okay, so we're looking for our other plague. Well, actually, our other Noonwraith. I think we're okay. Now, ideally a Glusty. I can pull the Noonwraith with this. Sorry, with this. I can pull something with that. Well, I can pull my Ritual Sacrifice. Good, good. Glusty with this. A couple good cards in hand here that I would love to grab. So let's hope for the best. Good. At least I got one of them. Not the perfect hand. What to play first, I wonder. We'll bait some removal on our Yrden. Okay.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Ideally, this little fella doesn't die. I could boost it up if need be. But my opponent might be more focused on this, actually. Okay.
Double chase.
Let's get this on the road here.
Husband, dear, where are you?
He's probably going to want to convert these two dwarfs as quick as possible. Yep.
What do you say we fight on my level, eh?
Dance with me.
Alright, 5 in the front row, so this is good if he plays back row, ideally. Not going to, he's going to stack this row, but I'll fill the row, which will negate his game plan, I think. Doesn't have anything too boosted up, unfortunately. Got Whispering Hillock. Shoot, I should have got rid of that. Is there anything even Death Wish? Oh, so that's a brick. Right. It's a great time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 in the front row. Yeah, it's time to Death Wish these folks. And it should be just enough to fill this row. Beautiful. Okay, this will work. Hopefully one of these. That's even better. Do I have a Death Wish unit? No, so this is a brick anyways. Let's get rid of that. Alright, perfect. One up, one down. Let's try again. Alright, so my Yrden will be great in this.
Fight for it.
My opponent goes first. He's going to want to win the first round, but if I can really push some points, maybe. Game 2. Okay, let's kick Pugo. Excuse me. Good, good. I need to consume, which I don't have. That's going to be excellent. So I can at least thin a little bit. I don't have my Yrden. Is that worth pred diving? I don't think so, but let's try here. I would like to get dominance for Wild Hunt Rider, which I can do obviously with these two folks, but all right.
Carve him a new eye, right between the others.
Kind of a bandit deck. Maybe living armor? Guess we'll see. Okay, you'll get some engine value there. That's good. Good for him. Now, hopefully, I at least have dominance by the time I have a chance to play my Wild Hunt Riders. He'll go up 2. I'll play this next, thin, and then play my Wild Hunt Riders. Now, ooh.
Looking to dance, Nate?
I see. Okay, it's all good. No way. Can I simply just... Oh, shoot. I do have dominance too. Let's just get this out. That seemed a little too easy, in my opinion. Okay. I still have my Yrden. I've got my Glusty. Osriel. This will pull one of my Noonwraiths. I just need to get one of my Noonwraiths in hand. And I've got this floating Foglet, which is probably going to end up bricking me. Good, good. Okay, I need to dig a little bit to get these in hand, too. much do I... I've got one play here. Yeah. I'll play my Yrden. And hopefully my opponent has a tough time with that. Or at least baits out some removal. Alright. Still gonna have to play a 9-point card to get ahead, so... So what am I looking for? I'm looking for Ritual Sacrifice and Jotunn. I could grab this also, which would pull my Ritual Sacrifice. And on Neomancy, you can pull one or the other, so... Ideally. Okay, that's a pretty good commitment. Not necessarily, well, even this. That's a 12p, that's a 12p.
Bad feeling about this.
He still has to play a... Will that be enough? Oh yes, he can get bleeding. Alright. Well, unfortunately, that would have been a great hand to... Because he would have been trying to feed that row anyways. Or feed his board full of cards. Let's see what happens. Got my Jotunn. And my Ritual Sacrifice. Now, is there anything else I'd even want more? No. Maybe I'll even use my... Yeah, maybe I'll use my Neomancy on one of these. Perfect. Let's play this out. I'm going to start slow with a Bruxa. We'll do some reverse bleed.
Don't move, love. Maybe I'll spare you.
Okay, I'll do some bleeding of my own. Now with this Thrive engine on board, he might be interested in taking care of that.
Chins up, men, and smiles wide.
Alright, I'll use my Whispering Hillock to draw this. Boost up this a little bit.
Dear, where are you?
Now, as soon as you see a Noonwraith, you pretty much know what's happening. Unless my opponent doesn't think. He's going to spend more time focusing on getting his engines on board. Okay.
How beautiful these golden fields.
Okay. Let's see here. He has 3 there. Now, ideally, because I have full charges and my Ritual Sacrifice, I don't think he's on to the game plan.
Husband, dear, where are you?
Now, one more in the front row and I could fill this up. Beautiful. I'm not sure why my opponent wouldn't try to, you know, snag that little fella. And this will seal the deal. Let's see if my opponent quits or would like to see it to the end. Good. Let's bait some tall removal on this. Oh, Neomancy. Okay, good. I'm gonna level them little fellas out anyways. With my Yrden. Alright. Now, if there isn't a point to, or a play to be made, let's pass. Now, this deck is it's just wrong. I mean, when it works, it's amazing. But when it doesn't work, it's so draw dependent. I don't know. But I thought I'd give it a go anyways. Alright, opponent, let's play. It's so frustrating, I know. Maybe he doesn't have any special card removal. Or maybe he's saving for the Jotunn, in which case both of these are also very high. Now there's so many ways to play around this. A card that damages a single unit. Just snag in my Noonwraiths immediately. That would deal it. Take care of it. I think after I play the Yrden, my opponent will probably quit. Maybe. That's a pretty good Jotunn. I think I've had a 31. That was my best. All right. Now, if I was playing against a Nature's Gift, where my opponent plays nothing but removal, he would have other cards to play, would potentially not get the Gourd down, but would still be getting points. Let's reset this row.
Let's get this over with.
If there's no card to play, just send it to the graveyard, please. Maybe this is some kind of punishment he's doing to me, out of frustration. I will make you wait. I will make you wait instead of playing my card in the graveyard. Yep, he's getting me good. Oh! Good game. Okay.
Rules are for those who would otherwise.
Now my opponent might be interested in playing a Glace, potentially. But game 3, Guerrilla Tactics. Let's see how it goes. We'll kick Pugo. Good. Like to get the Foglets out. My opponent also could be playing Poison. We'll see. Guess time will tell. Either way, my Usually with Scoia'tael, there's a lot of
Now we will see who is weak.
good play. Good play. Usually there's a lot of row stacking. Let's just go here. Well, ideally, I want my opponent to play pretty deep into it and want to push to the last round. Yep, so there's going to be some row stacking for sure. Actually, this would have been great to have later.
From white sands
But
to
let's thin out our little penitent here. Pugo. I don't have dominance. I could potentially have dominance. Okay, yeah, this is looking likely to be in a glaze deck. So we'll get this down. It's a pretty substantial point jump. Boost a unit, give a shield. Alright, well, that's a good Yrden right there, hey? Still have dominance. So yeah, this would play for 10. 14 with the Pugo. 15. Now if my opponent doesn't have any tall removal, it could be a problem. Lots of units. Maybe being clever. Let's just do this. I don't want to lose both of them.
Why won't inside woman and outside go squishy?
Probably no cards in hand. In which case, that would be a lovely reset with Yrden, I think. Beautiful. Okay, now I just need to draw the cards that I'm looking for here. One of my Noonwraiths, my Jotunn, a Neuromancy, something like that would be great. No. There's the Foggle, there's my Jotunn. Pred Dive. Okay, well I could do some... let's get rid of this. And good. So now, that's good. I need a Neuromancy. To draw, ideally, my Glusty. One or the other. So let's see here. That's fine. Should I go for the extra draw? All I need to draw is this or this. This would be nice too. Alright, pal. Oh, did you get my Yrden? Still Pugo. You got me. Taking a chance on it, huh? That wasn't necessary. What was the purpose of that? All right. Oh my goodness. Glusty. There we go. And I don't really necessarily need this. I'd rather have a Neuromancy or Osriel. A Neuromancy. Perfect. Let's see how much removal my opponent plays. Likely won't be playing a ton of units by the look of it. Maybe. Protect his Sienna, potentially. Let's start with this little fella. If there is potential removal, I would rather it be wasted on that. Okay, that's fine.
Maidens love a man in uniform.
Still beneath the sun.
Maybe on to my game plan here. Okay.
Blood! Blood!
Okay, that's nice. Let's drop this. Back row. So ideally, 3 and 3. Or 5 and 1 works too. 2 odd numbers is the way to go because they're spawning. We have 9 cards per row. They're spawning potentially 6, and then 6 again with my leader. So that would fill the row there. Fill both rows. Let's see what happens here. Now, if my opponent isn't playing any removal,
I'm in no mood for jests.
okay. It's an interesting card. Maybe just for fun, I'll use my Parasite on it. Knock off that armor. Okay, if he plays one more front row, then it's the perfect lockup. Oh, that's even better.
Aim between the eyes. Of the valley. Alive.
Okay, this will finish it up here. Fill up the rows with a little bit extra. Let's use this. Now, we still haven't seen which card my opponent was trying to boost up, so... Okay. It's going to be able to reset that. Let's, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll play my Glusty, or sorry, my Osriel now. Nothing better than Pugo to consume. Alright. Now, I'll lose a couple points on my Jotunn, but I'd rather just, if there is tall removal, it's better to target this than it would be to target a 29-point Jotunn. Case in point. Beautiful. Okay. We'll go Glusty first. And we'll do Yrden in his front row.
Let's get this over with.
And we'll just go ahead and consume Yrden. Good game.